Hey, you guys, it's Ashley here, and I am really excited to be channeling my guardian angels tonight about dreams. I was talking with a friend a few days ago about a really funny dream that I was having, and my guardian angels came in and was telling me, they were both telling me that they were assisting me in this dream. And it was just really fascinating to hear from them on the fact that they were really stepping in to assist me through this particular dream. And what was funny is I had to use the restroom, and they were helping me in the dream. I was like looking for a restroom and I couldn't find one, and they were helping me delay my journey. And then I woke up and then I was able to go use the restroom, and it was just really hilarious. And so I wanted to talk to them about dreams and how guardian angels or angels in general can assist us not only in like the more practical matters of dreams, but also what else they do for us in our dream state. How do they interact with us? How do they assist us when we are in that state? And I think it's going to be really fun. If you guys have questions, of course, feel free to post questions in the comments and I will get to them as I can. This video, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It may be a little shorter depending on what comes through, but I'm totally really excited to be asking them these questions because we all, whether we remember our dreams or not, we all have dreams. We all go into that dream state. And if we set intentions, I've been told many times, set intentions to see my angels or to do a specific task in my dream state, more along the lines of my spiritual work in my dream state, and it shall be done. They'll help me do it. And so I'm really excited to be talking to them about those items as well as others. I'm seeing lots of people joining and saying hello. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in Channeling with Love, my Facebook group. It's going to be a fun night. So yeah, let's get to it. So my guardian angel, her name is Pedadia, and my male guardian angel's name is Samuel. Pedadia is my go-to angel. She's the one that's with me in every moment and is guiding me through everything. And Samuel's more of my my navigator, the one that helps me in the bigger grand scheme of things and help make sure that I'm hitting my life missions, my contract goals, and make sure that I am on my path. And so he's been really, really helpful in that. And so Pedadia is going to come in on this, and she's just really smiley. She honestly, to me, looks like Eowyn from Lord of the Rings, the Princess of Rohan, and she's very blonde, and she just has that very beautiful pale face, very rosy cheeks, very, very just a nice looking lady. And it's just so funny because I have been, just a little side note here, really pay attention to what you're really drawn to, especially if you're drawn to something since you've been little, since your childhood. I have loved Lord of the Rings, and Eowyn's always been one of my favorite characters. And to be introduced to my guardian angel and see what she looks like, I was floored. It was so crazy to see her look like that actress from Lord of the Rings. And that's her energy, that's her. And so I knew immediately that that's why I was so drawn to Eowyn versus maybe some of the other characters in Lord of the Rings. But that's a separate thing. So she's coming in now, and she's coming in right through my crown chakra, all the way down my neck into my back and my heart chakra. And yeah, she's saying, let's get to it. She's just saying, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Dreams and the dream state is an incredibly important space for everyone to develop, for everyone to process, for everyone to face fears, for everyone to create a reality that is a little bit more, she's showing that it's a little bit more immediate sometimes in our dream state than it is in our physical reality, in our reality, you know, as we're walking around throughout the day. And she's saying your dream state is a kind of a practice arena, a place where you can play, a place where you can explore, a place where you can, again, process, release, transmute, face any sort of fears, and handle maybe some sort of deep-seated subconscious thoughts that maybe, you know, we're not our thoughts, and they're floating around, and we have that energy within our emotional, mental, energetic state. And our dream state's a great place to release that, to face it, to process. And she's saying, often guardian angels, she's saying, as myself, and she's gesturing to my male guardian angel who's right here, Samuel, they take that role very seriously, or that space very seriously, to help process needs, help us process what it is that they need to do to support us. And she's given me a few examples. So I had mentioned, as I was just coming on, I had a dream. It was quite a funny dream. And maybe some other people have had this dream too. I was roaming around looking for a restroom, and everything was like locked or disgusting, and I had to find this restroom. And it was just a long dream, and I woke up and I'm like, wow, I should go use the restroom. And she's saying this is a first example. This is an example of helping prompt us for a physical need. So I, of course, would not want to wet the bed or have to deal with that. So she gently prompted me to wake up when I needed to wake up, so I could get up and go take care of what I needed to take care of. And she's saying in other fashions, in other instances, this also can take place. So if we're in a really scary dream and we're crying, or we are, our heart is racing and our physical vessel is really uncomfortable, maybe tense, your guardian angel can gently wake you up, bring back, rise you out of that dream state, so that way you can regroup, kind of calm yourself down, and go back to sleep in a more comfortable state. There's also, she's saying, many times there is a need to wake up a person. So she's saying, like, for guardian angels, they often will wake up their charge. She's saying, you are my charge, pointing to me, to assist them in more potentially dangerous situations, like you just wake up and you hear maybe someone walking around outside, or you hear a dog barking and you're just more alert. This helps prompt you to take action if you need to take action, or just be aware of your surroundings. She's saying this is part of that physical, the physical senses that we have, and those energetic senses that we have. We're able to cue on environmental changes. And also they amplify them sometimes to help wake us up if we need that assistance. So that's pretty fascinating. That's really cool. She's now turning to the more emotional or spiritual. She's saying, let's focus on the spiritual at this point. And she's given me another example of something that I had set an intention on. I had set an intention. I wanted to see my guardian angels in my dream state, like as soon as possible. Like as soon as possible. I wanted to see them. I wanted to know that they were my angels in my dream, because I hadn't necessarily really seen them too much with my mind's eye yet at that point. I was still opening quite quickly, and I just hadn't had that experience yet. And so I set that intention, and the dream was nonsense. I was like wandering around on country roads in the snow when I knew it wasn't a good idea. And she came to me, my guardian angel, Pedadia, came to me out of the woods, and she was helping me to direct me down the road to wherever I needed to go. The dream didn't mean much, but I knew in my dream that I was seeing Pedadia. I was seeing her right in front of me, and she was just so beautiful and amazing. And it was cool because she had I live in a part of the country where it's very common to see people, well, a lot of men and women, wearing like flannel and like pants and boots, and just like that's normal wear. Like we're just outside and that's what we wear a lot. I live in Oregon, so flannel, plaid, that's very common. And she was wearing like a plaid shirt with like some jeans and some nice like hunter outdoor boots. And she had like the flowy blonde hair, and she was just so gorgeous. And I was like, oh my God, it's Pedadia. And then immediately, as soon as I recognized her, I woke up. So it didn't really work out where I got to really experience Samuel in that dream either. But I counted myself so lucky to be able to see her in my dream and like recognize her and know who she was, and not just another random kind of figure in a dream. So that can be something that your guardian angels work with you on. If you want to have that as an intention, if you want to work with your guardian angels to see them in your dream and have them introduce themselves to you in that way, you can always ask for them to step forward for you. She's saying also on the spiritual path, there is often a lot of work that we do when we are in our dream state. First and foremost, for our current life experience, as we are awakening, our dream state is an excellent space for our guardian angels and our angel team to help us open our senses, to help communicate with us when we are in kind of that limbo space, and kind of get in a lot of downloads and messages. And she's saying to really focus and intentionally assist on specific requests that we have made for our spiritual awakening, as well as for just having a more open experience, helping us to keep that magical kind of energy. As we are awakening, you know, it's really important to feel very excited and just connected, and having a way to do that in a really, you know, in our dream state, anything can happen. It can just be like this magical, beautiful, amazing place. And she's saying that that's really important to help people maintain belief in their own self, as well as in their team, in spirit, and to connect in a really beautiful and powerful way that maybe in our waking mind, we wouldn't really allow the flexibility for that. So she's highlighting that as we're awakening, we can connect to our team in this way, and it can just be super cool. And she's showing me a picture of a landscape that I had seen in a dream once. And I thought I was just on these fields, and I was seeing all these angels just flying around, and they were depicted in all of the different artistic styles that humans have used to depict angels. And it was just so vivid and beautiful. And I had all these angels around me, and I didn't really know what was happening. And I had a really intense download in that dream. And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I think I was in heaven. I saw all these amazing angels. They were just flying around, hanging out. And I just feel so good. And I felt really vibrant. And I felt like I had just a really amazing healing. My energy was fantastic. And Pedadia is saying that she's calling this image forward, and this experience forward for me to remember and to share with you, because it is important to know that we can travel in our dreams, and our angels can assist us in the travel that we maybe have asked for or want to take, or maybe we're not sure if maybe in our waking mind we haven't made that request, but our soul, our higher self, knows what to do. And so our guardian angels can help us with that. A lot of people call it astral traveling. I just call it, well, I call it astral traveling too. That's pretty much what it is. But you can, do this in your dream state when you're just really relaxed, and they right there, they have your back, and you can set that intention to astral travel if you wish, with your angels around you. I think is a really great place to start. They can guide you and take you places where it can be really impactful for you in your experience. I also always ask to remember my dreams. I know I'm seeing some questions over here about remembering dreams, and I'm going to get to those in a second, so don't think I forgot you. But basically, since I was little, I've been able to remember most of my dreams, and I can pretty much recall all of the really vivid ones that I've ever had, even since I was really little. I don't know what that means per se, but that's something that I just feel really lucky that it's just so fantastical that I can't get it out of my head. All of the dreams that I've had are really vivid, super crazy, weird, intense sometimes, but they're just so fascinating. And our guardian angels and our angel teams can help us to look at past dreams and analyze them, as well as help us create some cool memories or magical dreams that we can connect with them in that dream state and remember it. So having that intention of remembering your dreams is always awesome to set. And if you're working on remembering your dreams, always have a notepad next to you and just jot down keywords. Pedadia is always recommended to people. And I've heard so many other guardian angels say this in readings and working with people. It's like, have just a little notepad, write down some keywords of what kind of like the framework of what happened in the dream. And if there are certain colors or images or symbols or signs, whatever is really calling out to you, try and write those down. You don't have to remember every single detail, but remembering those key elements help to develop patterns as you're writing down multiple dreams. You can then take from those patterns lessons, or you can receive guidance through those patterns, and you can really connect the dots between the other things that you're seeing in your life and what you're seeing in your dream state. She's also highlighting here that for the spiritual work, and she's tying this to the astral travel work, if you want to, she's showing like rolling up your sleeves, get your hands dirty. If you want to get your hands dirty and do a little bit more direct or active spiritual work in your dream state as you're traveling, you can always make that request. You can always express that desire to do that, and your team can help facilitate that for you. She's highlighting several experiences that I've had in my dream state. At the time, I didn't really know if I was traveling or not, but reviewing it and just really doing a lot of meditations and channeling and talking to my team about it, they really highlighted that, yeah, I was doing traveling. But I would go to different places. I don't really know where they were. And I would do energy healing work. A lot of the angelic Reiki work that I do here on Earth, I would do on animals, and particularly young adult animals. So more like younger but older teenager type animals. And I don't know what it is about that age group, but I consistently have been drawn to and requested to perform energy healing work on animals through my dreams. And it's just really super cool to have that experience. So if you are interested in doing work, you can always, like healing work or any other type of work, if you'd like, you can ask your team to help facilitate that. And she's just highlighting that it can be draining if you push yourself too hard during your dream state. So she doesn't recommend you try and do all this type of work every single night. You do need to kind of rest your soul, rest your mind, your body. Everything needs to be resting and in alignment. So she's saying, I wasn't doing this work every single night back to back to back. This was like over the course of a year. I had a really good set of dreams where I was going and doing that energy work. So play it by your energy, how you feel. She's highlighting that. She's saying also dreams you can be very affected by ascension symptoms or the energy anchoring within your body. And in our dream state, we can experience these very intense, highly she's just going back, recircling the word intense, really, really intense dreams that can freak us out or can be just like, that has to mean something, but I have no idea what it means. This is so weird. A lot of the times, especially when we have high peaks of energy anchoring within our body, we're going to have really vivid dreams, and our guardian angels can help us kind of navigate through that dream. And if we need to, they will wake us up. I've put in a request, just, if I get into a dream that's freaking me out too much, which I've had some pretty crazy, scary dreams, then I need to be woken up so I'm not in that state, and I can then just let that energy go. And I always ask after a really intense dream like that, is this just energy or is this like something more? And most of the time I really can feel, especially when I know there's a ton of energy happening, that it's just an energy peak and we just have to roll with it. We can't really throw too much meaning into all of our dreams, because it is a space for us to kind of play out whatever we've kind of had in our environment, as well as maybe thoughts or ideas or images that we've had in our head, or kind of just just streaming by, and we just need to process them to get rid of them. So yeah, she's saying sometimes dreams are just dreams, so it's okay to just write it off. I'm asking her if there's anything else that she wants to highlight as to what guardian angels or angels, our whole team, can do for us in dreams. Yes, she's saying on a much more serious path or note, she's saying that there is a lot of emotional processing that is facilitated in the dream state. I've had dreams where I've lost really important family members. They're all important, but really close family members. And I asked my guardian angel, like, why would I have that dream? I don't want to ever see that or experience it or feel that ever. And she, was just saying, well, you will have to be prepared to have that experience. Maybe not in the exact way it was in my dream, but to face the fears of losing my loved ones, and addressing those fears ahead of time so I can be in the moment when, in fact, I may have to face that fear, and I can then process it a little better. So sometimes there are dreams that can be really intense, that help prepare us for the future, even though we may not want to think about that or address it or even go there. And she was really circling in or honing in for me, especially in the dreams that I had where I lost especially my parents. That freaks me out. But she was highlighting that these are patterns, these are thought patterns and fear-based patterns, that while that experience can and will be hard, but it is not necessarily something I have to harbor and fear, because that is, part of life. And again, I don't ever want to experience that, but it was really interesting how she helped me through that. And Pedadia was right there with me in my dream. I didn't see her in my dream landscape, however the dream was going at the time, but I felt her energy and I knew she was right there. And she was really leading me through that and helping me to process that and release it, And yeah, I think I have a lot more work to do on that, to be honest, because that's something really hard that we all have to face in our life. But she was just really getting me, I guess, she's saying prepped, essentially. But she's saying not anytime soon. So don't worry about that, Ashley. She's kind of just like shaking that off. So I'm like, okay, thank you. But anyway, there's on that emotional side, there's a lot of things that we could be processing and releasing as we are in our dream state, and your team can assist you and guide you through that process. And she's saying now that not only do guardian angels take on this work, but there are also past loved ones who can step in and help facilitate this. And she's saying in our dream state, it's really a fantastic place to have our past loved ones come and say hi to us, to engage with us, and to just kind of remind us that we are still connected, to say hello and check in on us. And it's just always really, really fun whenever I see a past loved one show up. And it's sometimes, especially now that I channel, it's actually quite funny because I feel like they're always so surprised when I see them in my dreams. But before, I had a lot of dreams with like my grandparents that had passed, and loved ones and friends that had passed, that would just pop into my dreams, and they'd talk to me, and then I would just wake up and like, oh, that's a lovely dream. I wouldn't really think much about it. But now that I've channeled, I know there's way more to that. And so Pedadia is really highlighting that there's more interaction than just with our guardian angels in our dreams, of course. So it's just great. Yeah, Lisa's saying she loves dream visitations. I do too. The last few that I've had, they definitely felt like they were so surprised to see me, like they were not expecting me to be where I was. And I thought it was really funny. I was laughing pretty hard in my dream about that. I see lots of questions over here, so I'm going to take some time to do that. I'm going to check in really quickly with Pedadia and see, is there anything else that she would like to comment on dreams? She's saying dreams are a very powerful place within ourselves that we need to just remember is available to us as a tool, not to write it off. It's a great and really, really effective space to interact with spirit, interact with ourselves, our true selves, face those fears, to process things, to release and transmute, and to go and visit places and go check things out, and to learn more about ourselves as soul beings, not just human beings. And she's saying with that, she would like to answer questions now. Okay, so I'm going to check out some questions here. Thank you again, everyone, for posting some comments and questions. I love it. Rita is saying she almost never remembers her dreams. Is there a reason why I don't remember them? I've tried setting the intention to remember them, but I still don't. She's saying, Rita, she's saying it's not consequential that you remember your dreams. Some people do, like this one. Some people don't. The most important element of this is that you're trusting and knowing that you are in that dream state, and that you're allowing yourself to do any sort of work that you need to do. And she's saying healing work, healing yourself, is a focus that you often take, and processing things. But remembering your dreams, it's not always necessary. Like I said, if you could jot down any sort of details, like immediately after you wake up, that can maybe start building up that muscle. But or you can work on more setting those intentions. But she's saying for you in particular, it's not super important. If you wanted to, you could also revisit in a meditative state and ask the question of your angels, what do I need to know from my dreams last night? Or, you know, however you need to phrase that. But she's just kind of waving that away, like, Don't worry about it. I hope that resonates for you. Con saying, oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't know who's saying this, but they're confirming that they also can't remember dreams. I have a user here. I'm sorry I don't see your name. This person's saying that they keep hearing a voice saying, good morning, just as I'm coming out of my dream state. Any guidance on who this is, please? Okay, I'm getting, Pedadia is saying your female guardian angel, as well as a mother or grandmother figure. They take turns, or they're both there, but you're hearing with your clairaudience your angel for sure saying good morning to you. That's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely, Jim. Like, you just can't find one, or that's disgusting and you would never use it. And it just goes on and on and on. And it's like, really, I can't find a bathroom. Like, what is wrong here? Why is this happening? And then I wake up and I'm like, I was dreaming the whole time. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I know why I wasn't finding a bathroom. It's so funny. Very practical assistance, too. Dorada, you definitely can connect with your angels. Ask them to join you in your dreams, and ask them specifically to present themselves so you can see them. And when you see them, intend for you to recognize them and know that they are your angels. I kind of had to practice that. I feel like I'm asking Pedadia, she's saying yes. She's been in my dreams a lot and presented herself a lot, like helped me through my dreams, but I did not know who she was until I specifically wanted to know her in the dream. And again, I think that just goes along. She's giving me a thumbs up with that free will choice element to it, and just trust and know that that will take place for you. Mina is asking, why do I always dream about traveling to new places, different dimensions, and often I see an island world surrounded by crystal clear water or a world underwater? She's saying, you are visiting those places. Astral travel is very easy for you, Mina. And you enjoy the frequency of those dimensions and specifically that island. She's really honing in on that. You really enjoy that energy, and just it's so relaxing for you, and you consistently like to go there. So it's just, you like that energy, and that's where you go a lot. She's saying a lot. That's pretty cool. This person is saying that they called on their guardian angels to join them in their dream state last weekend. They woke late that night with a heavy pressure or angelic presence around them. My whole body was overwhelmed and tingling. What was happening around me? Anchoring. Okay, so Pedadia is saying you were anchoring a lot of energy in that moment. There's been some, heavy dips and rises in energy lately, and that's definitely affected your sleep. And your angels were there with you, assisting you with that anchoring, but it was pretty intense. She's highlighting that it was that heavy pressure you were feeling. It was just a lot of energy in your vessel, and that's why you woke up. And so, yeah, that was what was going on. Lisa is saying, yeah, that's why she's so tired after waking up. Like, she was really busy in her dream state. Yeah, I've had times where I just feel exhausted and I didn't do anything and I slept all night. And whenever I feel that way, I'm like, okay, I must have been doing something fun or something really awesome and that required a lot of my energy, because I'm completely exhausted right now. Awesome, Lisa. You can also remember your dreams. Lilia, yes, I've actually had this very recently. She's asking if there's if anyone has ever had someone speak to her before she wakes up. And I've definitely had that. I don't think it was my guardian angels. I feel like it was a different energy. But I had someone talking about a person named Piper taking the paper, like the notebook, and they were talking about a notebook. And I'm really into notebooks. So I was like, what is going on here? And then I woke up and I was awake and I had no idea what they were talking about, but it was right in my ear. It was so weird. But yeah, that is, you know, when we're going into the dream state and when we're coming out of the dream state, Pedadia is pulling my ears open. That is when most often we will hear, without our clairaudience fully opened all the time, we will hear conversations drifting in, people saying our names or saying good morning. Because we're open, we're aware, we're alert of what's around us, but our mind, our ego mind, hasn't kicked in to get in the way, to shut things down, to get us focused on what's happening for the day, or to, you know, make us start thinking about everything that we have to do in the morning. So it's definitely something that it's a good way for them to slip messages in, to slip energy, or for you to just be aware of what's happening around you. So that definitely can happen quite often. So definitely just go with it. I would write it down. I ended up writing my weird little conversation down, but I heard it crystal clear in my ear, like with my physical ears, not just in my head. So I'm like, I know someone's talking about something with a notebook around me, and I gotta, maybe I'll figure it out later. I haven't really meditated or thought about it much, but it's so funny, the things that you can hear when you're kind of out of your own way, basically. Marnie is asking kind of something similar. She's asking that, or she saw a distinct male wave, maybe, when she woke up a couple of days ago. Was that her male guardian angel? I'm getting yes, 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 yes. That's really cool. Okay. Lisa, she remembers her dreams pretty much every night. Yep, dealing with past life stuff. That's definitely something that you can use your dream state to do. She gets messages, names, numbers, dates. Nothing significant has come of those messages yet. Is there something she should be doing with this? She writes down her dreams in a journal. Pedadia is saying, you're doing all that you need to do at this time. She's saying, as you move forward on your path, you may find, she's kind of showing like coincidences. They're not coincidences, but you may feel like they're coincidentally kind of coming into play, and you'll remember you had a dream, and you heard that name, or you had that number in your dream. And she's saying, as you use your dream state, you can receive information, those downloads that she was talking about earlier. And that's totally plausible that you're getting information about maybe future events or certain situations. And just keep writing them down, and keep a note of them, and keep that handy. Don't get rid of them. And as you move forward, you may find that more comes of those that information that you're getting. That's pretty cool. Khan saying he rarely remembers his dreams, maybe once every 5 years. That's okay. Amanda says that she sometimes is falling asleep and she'll hear words and phrases. Yep, again, it's that slipping into kind of the getting out of your own way, basically. The ego mind is not right there. It's not present. You're kind of slipping into that space where you're much more open and aware of what's going on, and that's when things can kind of slip in, and it's totally cool. Okay, I'm asking now if there's anything that Pedadia would like to cover. Oh, I see. I missed a question here. Sangeeta is saying that she was waking the other day and someone told her that she needs to play in the 5D, not so much the 3D. Who was this? Thanks. Okay, I'm getting that it was on your team, Sangeeta. You're one of your angels. I'm feeling more of like your male guardian angel, but I feel like there were more beings around you. It wasn't just your angel team. They're saying family as well, but they're not saying specifically which family members, just there was family present. And they just want you to focus in on the high vibrational frequencies, have fun, play, really enjoy yourself, laugh really, really hard, just let go and just be in that space of the moment and just enjoy. And they're just saying that they wanted to remind you of this. That is all. And they're saying that is all, dear one. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Well, that was really cool. You guys, thank you so many. Thank you so many. Thank you so much for so many of your awesome questions. And I love, talking about dreams and all the cool stuff that you can see and experience in a dream. I have so many different like books written in dreams, like fictional fantasy books that I have in my head that I want to put down someday on paper. And there's just so many cool stories that you can experience and really learn from just being in a dream. And that's really where Pedadia is saying your angels are there to assist as you engage with this space, this tool, this resource that we all have at our disposal. Whether or not you remember dreams, you are still dreaming. You still are processing. You're still going to that space. And so just trust and know that that's happening for you. And she's just saying, thank you, dear one. She's sending lots of love out, lots of kisses. And again, thank you all so much. And this was really fun. I really appreciate it. Next week, I'm going to be having, I don't know who is going to be coming and joining us in Channeling with Love, but definitely tune in next week. I'm going to be going live again at 6:30 p.m. next Thursday. And in between that time, I'm going to be doing a lot of work getting ready for the Starseed Origins course that is coming up right around the corner. It's amazing how fast it's coming up, you guys. It's starting March 20th. And I'm also working with some pretty amazing people in my new mentorship program. If you're interested in stepping forward as a light worker, however that looks to you, and you want some assistance in starting a business or getting the ideas out so you kind of have a good sense of what direction you want to go in, check out my website, channelingwithlove.com. right here, and check out the Starseed class or my mentorship program. Send me some questions if you have any, and just talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.